Alright, what you see here is a Casablanca Four Seasons 3 hugger ceiling fan. I got this at the Habitat Restore in New Hampshire. I forget which restore it was, but it's the one where We Fire 88 volunteers at. I remember him sending me a pic of this along with another one that he also has. And I told him if he could hold on for it for me so that way I can pick it up, since I have been on the lookout for a white 52-inch one hugger version of this for the longest time. I do have the polished brass version in this size as well, and I'd love to get the white one in 42 inches as well, but I don't mind waiting for that. It has bleached oak blades on this side. I think that's what they called it. I'm not 100% sure. This one has the same type of spinner motor that you'd see in Hunter fans, because this is from the era where Hunter had already bought out Casablanca. But yeah, they sold this from the mid to late 90s under a few different names. It was like the Pasadena, the Airflow line it was in as well. And then they changed it to the Four Seasons 2 or 3. I don't know if this was under the 2 name, or if it only came out when they renamed it to 3. I know the 2 was the one without the hang through, but I don't know if they had the hugger version under the Four Seasons 2 name or not. But yeah, these are pretty big childhood fans for me. It's one of the few Casablanca fans I remember from my childhood. Up in North Conway, there's a place that has 2 of them that were in white. Way high up, it was like in a coffee shop or someplace. Then they painted them purple, and now they've been painted back to white. But hugger fans like this, like contemporary looking ones, have always been childhood for me, so that was another reason why I wanted to get one of these. Came with a low profile light of some sort, which I do have, but I think I'd ditch it for the video. Yeah, I definitely would like to try this out with a spotlight at some point, but I'm not sure when that will happen. But for now, I'm just showing it without it. The fan itself is from the 53rd week of 2006. So it's basically from the year 2006 going into 2007. There's the Casablanca tag right there. And there's the pull chain. It's not the highest quality made fan from Casablanca, as this was more of a economical model from them. This and the downrod version of the Four Seasons 3. But it still is a pretty good performer for what it is. It definitely beats something that you can get at a home center. And that's about of the same style. I want to say it's more powerful than every single fan in a home center, because there are a few of them that would outperform without a question, like a Hampton Bay Cameron 2, the Windwards, or the Glossmer Wind Blades, and probably a few others. Like the Alaska made Hampton Bay fans. Basically something that has a 188 motor definitely would outperform this. So yeah, because this one only has a 172 motor. But it's typical of a Hunter fan from this era to have that type of motor. So yeah, let's go ahead and start off on the low speed. It's a shame that they don't sell these anymore, as I felt they were a pretty good option for people who wanted to buy something from the showrooms, but not spend a lot, especially if they're on a tighter budget. I know when I tested it with the white blades, the blades looked a lot more droopy. But with this side facing down, it's definitely not the case. I feel that this fan was installed in the kitchen, but I'm not too sure, because it is also in really nice shape, but it could be the case as well. I do know some people are probably wondering what's been going on with Casablanca ceiling fan tests down here that I haven't posted any since December of last year. There's many to come that I need to test. It's just some of them I need to find the parts for, or they're missing certain remotes that go with them. So, yeah. Plus, a lot of them are IT or IntelliTouch type fans, and those ones take a lot more time for me to film. But now that it's summertime, I have more time to film them, so that won't be an issue. But it is hotter, so it definitely needs a better time to test them, I feel. I just want to have more time in the summer to test, and also it's hotter, so it's definitely more appropriate to test something like that in this time of the year. Whereas I try not to test the more underpowered fans at this time, because I want something that actually performs pretty good, that cools me down while I'm testing. This one's probably not in that same category, but it's good enough. That's a good low speed to it. Nice and quiet. It's honestly something I'd consider installing at my dad's place in my bedroom there. Set up the Panama 2 XTR fan, because I don't know, I probably want to do this exact one. If I had another one, I'd consider it. I've been kind of having second thoughts about putting that Panama there, as if I'm not there often, I figure it'd just be kind of a waste of a good fan. Where I can, because it's not really that hot there either, so that's the other thing. And it would hang a bit, from what I've seen with it since I brought it over there, at XTR Panama that I brought over to my dad's place with that low profile Hampton Bay light. It does hang a bit low, where if it wasn't in the center, if the bed wasn't right underneath it, someone would walk into the light basically. Even the blades would kind of hang a bit low, so I'm kind of been contemplating and bringing that one back and just getting a home decorators collection in Ashby Park, as I feel like that would be a good choice for the room. Because even though it's flush, the light kit is kind of bulky, so even that makes it hang down a bit low. So I might have to forego having that one being installed there. This one's doing a good job on medium. I mean, it's pretty warm out today and such, so the fact that it's actually moving a refreshing breeze is pretty good. It's cooled down enough that I can go back to testing some residential fans, because that's kind of the other reason why I've been doing nonstop industrial tests. Is that it's just been too hot to test more residential stuff like this. And some of them I have tested earlier on, some residential ones, it's just I haven't gotten around to filming the second video of them with like the reverse side of the blades. So I wanted to hold off until it got cool enough to film the second portion and then make those go public. And this is one of them. As I filmed the video of this one with the white blades a few months ago now, but by the time you're seeing this, it's been 2 months later. As I filmed that one back in like April, I'd say, like right around the time I actually picked it up from the Habitat. Now for Hive. I gotta say, despite it being pretty warm down here, it is still pushing a pretty good amount of air. I mean, it's nothing spectacular. I mean, it's just your typical spinner mode hunter air movement, but it's still not bad. I mean, there's obviously better options out there, but for its price point that these were sold at for like $100-ish, $100, maybe $120, depending on where you bought them at, it's definitely not a bad performer. And with it being an economical model from Casablanca, it's definitely one that's, yeah, it's definitely a lot cheaper quality than the other fans they sell, but it still at least is a pretty good performer for what it is. It's not like the case where with Hunter, some coastal breezes where those were, in some people's opinions, very underpowered compared to other Hunter fans, despite that one being an economical model. That one definitely performs less compared to other Hunter fans. And this one's definitely the same case, but still actually pushes a pretty good breeze. It's definitely a good fan I can see in a lot of places like libraries, schools, offices, campers. Like, there's just a lot of places I can see these in. Amusement park, gift shops, and stuff like that, arcades. Alright, I'll show off a new spin down, and I'll show it on reverse. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, like I was saying with the Panama XCR in my dad's place, like I really would like to have that one there. I'm just kind of having second thoughts. Like, I'm also wondering if I really need something that powerful there, especially if I'm not there all that often. I mean, in the worst case scenario, I could always just have it. Maybe they have them. My dad will probably think put it somewhere else if I choose not to use it in my room. I'll probably put it there, but at the same time, it's not like it's gonna be in a room where it would hang low and people are always going through it. It would just be my dad or me, most likely. So. Alright, it's come to a complete stop, so let me go ahead and show it on reverse. Alright, now for medium. Alright, and now for high. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and shut it off. Yeah, that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for more videos to come.